It's Thursday, June 25th, 2020. I'm Pastor Thor Ramsey, and this is Gospel for Five, where we take 5 minutes out of our day and focus on the gospel and the one who saved our souls. Yesterday, we ended with the story of Oliver Twist. And that is the Christian. We know what it's like to be lost and without hope, the way Oliver Twist did. We know what it's like to live under condemnation and guilt. We know what it's like to be lied to. We know what it's like to feel like no one cares. And now that we have found the King as our Father, we should be thankful and joyful. James 4:6 says, but he gives more grace. Therefore it says, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Matthew 7:11, if you then, who are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask him? What parent who sees their child discouraged doesn't want to encourage them? What parent who sees their child lonely doesn't remind them that they'll always be there for them? What parent who sees their child lonely doesn't want them to make friends? What parent who sees their child struggling with reading or math doesn't want to show them how to do it? What parent doesn't want what is best for their child? If you, then being evil, can do these things, then how much more God? Again, Hosea chapter 11, verses 1 through 4. Let me go back and read those. When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. The more they were called, the more they went away. They kept sacrificing to the Baals and burning offerings to idols. Yet it was I who taught Ephraim to walk. I took them up by their arms, but they did not know that I healed them. I led them with cords of kindness, with the bands of love, and I became to them as one who eases the yoke of their jaws. I bent down to them and fed them. Now, that's not a picture of God as our Father that Jesus was referring to in Matthew chapter 7. Again, such a beautiful picture of who God is. When Israel was a child, I loved him, called him out of Egypt. And here's an interesting, verse 2 is the interesting. The more they were called, the more they went away. They kept looking to idols. They kept looking to false ideologies. They kept looking to they kept looking to all these different things that could never and will never fulfill their promises of fulfillment. Falsehoods never stand up to their claims. And yet, what is it? What is it about us? The more they were called, the more they went away. Have you been wandering? Are you wandering? Are you a fallen believer? Are you a soul that once tasted of the gospel that the evangelicalism preaches, the gospel from the Bible? Did you claim to be a born-again Christian at one time, and then what has sidetracked you? Because you know in your heart, if you're truly a wandering child, you know in your heart, this is a true and loving and gracious and good God and the only one who can actually satisfy the longings of your soul. Why do you keep wandering as he calls you? Why will you not return, wandering soul, going about in this world like a ghost trying to find a body? Isn't that what you feel like? Yeah, you ever seen those movies? They just got it's always kind of the traditional standard person who dies and then they have to wander this world. And there you are. You're alive, but you're like a ghost wandering, looking for a body. You're looking for substance. And the only substance you will find in this world is in this word. This God who's revealed himself is the one who will teach you to walk, who will take you by the arms, who heals you even now, and you remain ignorant of his work in your life. Return, my friend. Come back to the God you're wandering from. Well, what has God said to you today?